Alright, I'm not staying in that view. Wrong buttons. All over the place. I don't know if I like the dark. I kind of like that more. Alright. Show. I didn't wait on a few things. I think I'm going to do magic on Mondays, and I'm going to try to keep things for those, but like my secret layer deck, I just opened up because I wanted to use it a lot over the weekend. So yeah, that one I'm not opening on stream. That's totally fine. But we got a bunch of things. I forgot to tweet. That's what I was supposed to do while I was on my starting soon. So come on. Man, I hate Twitter. What happened to the picture I just took? That's the one I want. Of course, my headphones mess up. I meant to do all the post-social posts before I showed myself. I just forgot. Can you not set the alt? No. Whatever. I forgot to do social posts. Like, it matters too much anyways, but we'll do it anyways. Almost done. All right. Okay, so yeah, like you saw a second ago, I have 4 release booster box thingies. I don't actually know what these are called. Release kits, pre-release box, or the pre-release pack. Got 4 of them, and I'm just gonna open them up. I don't know anything that's like important or good to buy to get through these. Usually the pre-release can be pretty good cards, so we'll see what those are. And I'm gonna jump on into it. Okay, so I got a bunch of packs here, which we'll be adding to because each one of these boxes has 6 in it. So let's go ahead and open one of these. And I'm just gonna start a pile of things to get rid of later. I think that's, yep. I never actually wound up using any of those. Let's see, got a turn down. That actually looks kind of nice. Hopefully I get a different one as well. I like getting different varieties of them. So we'll show the packs off as well as the die or the turn down right there. I got no witnesses. That is the first pre-release card. The last pre-release kits that I've gotten, oh, you get 2 of them. I didn't realize you get 2 cards. So I got a human advisor as well, which has affinity for planeswalkers. Oh, but it's not pre-release. Okay, so they gave an extra card. I'm gonna sleeve these because I don't know what they're gonna be, if they're valuable or not, but I do want to keep them in good condition, so just go ahead and sleeve those just in case. Don't know if I'd use this as a commander, but I might be able to use it in a black and white deck if I have a deck with a lot of planeswalkers in it. And then I know there's like a whole clue thing, but I don't think I have a reason to play it, so. And then I don't know if I want to keep this box, so I'm not going to destroy it yet. That's just building a pre-release deck. Oh, it tries to tell you a little bit about how to make a standard deck. That's kind of cool. And then we got 6 more boosters. Don't know. I don't really care. So that puts us at 14 boosters so far. Let's open up another one. Well, that didn't open, right? Oh. I didn't realize that it tells you who's dead. In case you're playing, you got a suspect. A suspected. Oh, okay, so that's gonna be while you play. I assume suspect is a new mechanic. Not 100% sure on that, but yeah, I got a yellow one this time. I don't know. I kind of like them. I know they're not like actual D20s, but it is still kind of nice. All right, you gotta drag the canal. That creates a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. If a creature died this turn, you gain 2 life, surveil 2, and then investigate. And you get a clue token. Oh, so they actually had that in Doctor Who too. It's a weird detective. Interesting. So its power and toughness are equal to twice the number of instants and sorcery cards in your graveyard. The first instant and sorcery spell you cast each turn costs 3 less to cast. Okay. It's not, again, like this Drag the Canal is the pre-release card, and then they give you another one, so, but it's just not a pre-release. So I don't know if that's an incentive to buy these pre-release, because it's not like, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they gave 2 when they didn't do that. And I don't know if they've done that in other ones. Didn't have it in the Ixalan, so I gotta stack them differently. So that puts me at what, 20? Oh, it's always. I wonder if it's always that, or if I just happen to get boxes that always say Teysa Karlov is dead. No idea. Ooh, I like that one. It's like a blue. Is it the same? Oh, it looked different for a second there. Interesting. They look the same. Oh, wow. I really like that card. I don't even know. Let me take the code card out real quick. I don't even know what the next card is, but this is already a really nice card for being a pre-release, so... Oh, I got another one. I don't know if it's going to be... So, it's got Menace and Ward 2 and Haste. When it attacks, sacrifice any number of other creatures then exile the top X card, where X is the power, the total power. You may cast any number of instants or sorceries from among them without paying their mana cost. Wow, okay. So this would probably be good for you want to sack cards and then get them back from the graveyard. It is a blue-red, so that might actually make some sense there. We got same stuff. More packs. Putting us at 26. Got one more. See if we can get another pre-release card that's new. We haven't got a duplicate yet, I don't believe. Yeah, because I got a sorcery. I got that one and that one, instant. So got a duplicate like extra card, but no duplicate pre-released yet. Oh, okay. Got a red one this time. So I don't know how many different turn downs they have, but that's kind of nice. Got 3 of different ones. Connecting the dots, another I got 4 different pre-release cards. So again, I didn't look at the undercard just to be... Ooh, okay. Let's read the enchantment first. Connecting the dots. Whenever a creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. You cannot look at it. Discard your hand. Pay colorless and a red. And discard your hand, sacrifice this card. Put all cards exiled with connecting the dots into their owner's hands. So whenever a creature you control attacks, exile. Wow. Okay. Interesting. That could be an interesting strategy to do. You discard your hand, so kind of taking a risk there. But you also get a fresh hand if that's the only thing in your hand, or if you have nothing in your hand, that'd probably be a good thing. So Voja, Jaws of the Conclave, Vigil, Trample, and Ward 3. Whenever this card attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves you control. Draw a card for each wolf you control. So does that happen every time you attack? You draw equal to how many wolves you have? Interesting. So this would be a good one for wolves and elf deck, I guess. Maybe there's a card that'll make elves. That's also a wolf. I don't know. That's an interesting one. Make an interesting deck, red, green, and white. Alright, so that was all of the pre-release stuff. And now I got a bunch of play boosters to go through. Alright. I have no idea if there's gonna be anything that I actually want. I like the style. I didn't get one in these cards, but like the file, like case file looking cards look really nice in my opinion. So let's go ahead and start opening. I'm not gonna name off each one. Repeat Offender. I've been making a black deck, so I'm gonna be looking at cards to put in decks. So this would be a good one for red. Now we used that without power. I don't know if when they got it back. Hopefully they did. I didn't actually ask, even though I was texting him afterwards. So Repeat Offender is suspected. Put a +1/+1 counter on it and otherwise suspect it. Suspected creature has menace and can't be blocked. Why would it need menace if it can't be blocked? Yeah, that's true. So that's an interesting card for one of my decks. I might make an enchantment deck too. When it enters the battlefield, target creature you control other than enchanted creature gets +2/+2. Gains in vigilance until end of turn. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and vigilance. So that's kind of cool. It gives 2 things vigilance for you. I realize it's not really that focused. Let me see if I can fix that. Nope, that made it worse. That made it worse as well. That's not bad. Got a fairy detective. Ooh, okay. I like this style. Don't know if I'd use... I need to make an enchantment deck apparently now, but I like how this looks. So it's an it enchants a creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Shuffle the enchanted creature into its own library. Interesting. To the owner's library. That might be good for playing against someone else. That's probably why it's blue. Got a little watchdog. Another red one. I might have to look at my mono red. Change out some cards. Case of the Shattered Pact. When this case enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. To solve, there are 5 colors among permanents you control. If unsolved, solve at the beginning of your end step. And unsolved at the beginning of your combat on your turn. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains flying, double strike, and vigilance until the end of turn. I have to look into this mechanic because I don't know the case mechanic. Okay, I think this is in one of the precons. I can be wrong. But I did see her as a nice one. Oh, hey, look, I got a foiled version of the case card. I don't know how good cases are. So it is colorless. So it can go in pretty much any deck. That's nice. Oh, I got a worm. So yeah, I don't know how these packs are. That's an interesting place to put the cards. And we got a basic land. And then a spirit token. Alright, I got some piles going here. Stuff I might want to put in decks. Some just random pile. Probably won't take out the land separately. I'll probably do it later. And then my foils. Yeah, I'm not sure how you solve a case yet. Maybe it's an effect on a card. Whenever it attacks, if it isn't suspected, it is now. Or you make it suspect, or you may suspect it. Suspected creature has menace and can't be blocked. When one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+0 on this and gains menace and lifelink until end of turn. Okay, another black card. Don't know if I'll put it in my deck, but might as well. Whenever another creature that with power 2 or less enters battlefield under your control, this card gains flying until end of turn. That's a nice one. Behind the Mask has an additional cost to cast a spell. You may collect evidence 6. Exile cards with a total mana value 6 or greater from your graveyard. Till the end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/3. If evidence was collected, it has base power and toughness 1/1 until the end of turn instead. When this enters the battlefield, surveil 1. Look at the top card of your library, put it into the grave. You may put it into the graveyard. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample until the end of turn. Oh, push pull. I like these like double cards. I don't know. I find them enjoyable. Okay. This is a weird one though. It has white, black, and red. Okay. Destroy target tapped creature or put up to 2 target creature cards from a single graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. They gain haste until end of turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step. Okay. Ooh, okay, maybe this case file auditor. It's a human detective. When case file auditor enters the battlefield, whenever you solve a case, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest of them at the bottom of your library in a random order. You may spend mana as though it were a mana of any color to cast case spells. Layering Onlooker. Flying, play 2 colorless and 2 black to exile this card from your graveyard. Create 2 tapped 1/1 black bat creature tokens with flying. No more lies. Counterspell unless it's controller pays 3. If the controllers, or if that spell is countered this way, because I hate that this computer just randomly doesn't like to work. See if we can get OBS to even respond, or the computer respond at all. I think it's Elgato software. I think it's the camera hub. I need to just stop using it. After this, I'm gonna stop using it. I gotta get it to work now though, but now it's like freaking out on me. Oh, OBS crashed again. Yeah, I freaking hate OBS. Not OBS, the Elgato software seems to be the one that's freaking out on me. Let's see if it works now. There you go. I'll have to change my setup. All right. I read that already, right? Ooh, got a Planeswalker. Whenever one more creature you control and or creature cards. Wait. Whenever one or more creatures you control and or creature cards in your graveyard are put into exile, you may choose a creature card from among them. Till the end of turn, target token you control becomes a copy of it, except it has flying. +2 for Surveil 2, then exile a card from your graveyard. Trade up 1/1 white and black spirit. Oh, I get it. Okay, so they're playing into each other to get them to make copies of each other, or into whatever you exile. So you make this token with the +1, and then you do +2 to exile a card the next turn, and that token that you created last turn will turn into whatever you exile. Exile target creature you control. For each other player, exile up to 1 target creature that player controls. It's a plant. It's an interesting looking one. It's a +1/+1 for every forest you control. When it's first step, search your library for up to 2 forest cards. Put one of them on the battlefield tapped and the other one into your hand. It's a little 0/0 guy. Oh, because it gets +1/+1 for each forest. Okay, that might be a cool green deck to make, because I can, fill it with forests. I love these lands. I really want to get some foiled ones. I'm not even that far into it. We're already 30 minutes into stream. It's gonna be a little bit. I mean, I saw one of them, which is really cool because I actually think I need that for a deck, but that's how bad I am at opening these, apparently. All right. I still haven't figured out how you collect evidence, but I don't understand that mechanic yet. I think I need to look up how that mechanic works to figure it out. This spell costs 2 less for you. If a creature card was put into the graveyard from anywhere this turn, return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, that's a good one, especially for a black deck. Another detective. Another destroy target creature, murder. That's fitting for this release. Oh, I didn't realize it was the foiled card. Oh. That's awesome. Draw a card and investigate, which I think you make a clue token. Denounce, though, I don't know if it's actually in a deck. I thought it was a different card. That is nice, though. Another detective token. That denounce is probably going to be my favorite from this, unless I get another one that's in that same style. I really like that borderless style. Ali. Assessant. Enter the battlefield tapped. Disguise. You may cast this card face down for 3 colorless as a 2/2 token with ward 2. Turn it up face up anytime for that cost. Okay. When it's turned face up, target opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. I'm getting a decent amount of black cards for this, especially since I'm building a black card, mono black right now. Ooh, a land. Enters battlefield tapped, or enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you tap an untapped artifact, or land you control. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. You just have to tap a land for it, and it makes it one of any color. Right. Counter target spell unless the controller pays 2. Suspect up to 1 target creature. The suspected creature has menace and can't be blocked. That seems kind of. Why does it have menace if it can't be blocked? That's where I'm getting hung up on. Spell can't be countered. Tap up to 2 target creatures and put a stun counter on each of them. Investigate. If a permanent with stun counter would become untapped, remove 1 from it instead. Ooh. Not foiled, but is it? No, it's not foiled, but I still like this style of I don't know what they call them, but target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn to investigate. Yes, I don't even care what card it is. I just like that we got the file. I like that it's a file design. Oh, it's a worm one. I've been wanting to make a worm deck, so maybe I'll have to make it. But When it enters the battlefield or it's turned face up, target creature blocks this turn if able. Oh, okay. Turn target creature card from your opponent's graveyard to the battlefield and suspect it. It is menace and can't block. From your graveyard, okay. You can, okay, so an enchant creature, you control enchant creature. Enchanted creature has the base power and toughness of 1/1, has death touch, and is an assassin in addition to its other types. Hey, look, a cat. I have a white deck. Maybe that'll be a good one for my white deck. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. That make your move. I like that. Oh, I got a foil land too. Yeah, I got a foiled forest. I gotta make a forest deck now. I definitely need to make a mono green deck. I don't think I have one planned even. And this is just an art card. Set that over there. I don't even know how many we've gone through. Probably like 6. We had a certain amount. What, 26 plus 6? So 34, I think. Did I just say that? 32? Maybe 32? Another red one. Hey, look, I think I put this in here. Yeah, I did. I'll leave it. Since I'm putting all the black ones together, I might as well do that. But escape tunnel. Exile it and search your library for a basic land. Put it onto the battlefield tapped and then shuffle, or target creature with power 2 or less and can't block this turn. I'd rather just do the land. Hey, got that guy again. A Merfolk Wizard. Unauthorized exit. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Surveil 1. Still love that style. I'm glad I got these just for those. The beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control with power 2 or less gets a +1/+0 and gains death touch. It's a good one for a black. Or green stuff. I might have to look at making a mono green. Hey, dog walker. Got vigilance, disguise, and when it's turned face up, create 2 tapped 1/1 white dog creature tokens. Just a normal land and a clue token. Which I don't think it was double-sided. Oh, that's cool. Got some decent cards so far. We're not even that far into it. More green cards. See, I'm finding a lot of mono colored things. Yeah, a lot of these are just one color and maybe colorless, but not a lot of multicolor stuff. As an additional cost to cast this card, sacrifice an artifact or discard a card and draw 2 cards. Another green one. Reach, and when it enters the battlefield, destroy target token an opponent controls. Okay, got a land there. Okay, an elf rogue, death touch. When it enters the battlefield, it turns face up. Or it turned face up. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay, so you play it for 3 face down. Interesting. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Creatures you control can attack as though they didn't have defender. That's an interesting. I wonder what deck I would put that in. It's just a promo card. That'd have to be like a lot of them have defender. And it's kind of a passive deck without high alert. That could be an interesting one. Getting a lot of those. I love the theme of this one though. It's a clue equipment. Quick creature gets +1/+2 as reach and can't be blocked by more than one creature. So if you give something menace and can't be blocked by more than one, I wonder how that works. Probably one beats the other, probably. Oh, it's an instant. Spell can't be countered. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. I like the land. Enters the battlefield tapped, enters the battlefield Soleil one. But it doesn't actually do anything? It doesn't actually produce mana. I'm confused on that one. That's a cool style too. It's a vehicle, okay, that makes sense. Collect evidence 6. This card becomes an artifact until end of turn. Whenever this card attacks, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among cards exiled with it. If that spell would be put into the graveyard, put it on the bottom of its owner's library instead. Must be to do with the collect evidence. Another dog walker. Swamp. And an ooze token. I got a art card. Definitely need to make a green deck out of this. Getting mostly duplicates now. Okay, that's a new one though. It's a vampire. Death touch. Oh, sudden setback. The owner of target spell or non-land permanent puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Okay. So it delays it for a turn. It's a blue and black card. And now island. I like those islands though. Oh, menace 1/1 with whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, surveil 1. Add 1 mana of any color. Activate only once per turn. Interesting. Exile this card from your graveyard. Exile target card from in the graveyard. Wow. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn. This card is put into the battlefield. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. You lose 2 life. It's a black card. Interesting. Oh, there's an elf. There was a card earlier that would be good with there. I feel like I put this in the deck somewhere. I'll put it in that pile because I'm pretty sure. Is it the ninjutsu deck? Might have been the ninjutsu deck because it's the one that's black and blue, I believe. Oh, this is a all colors commander or dragon. Flying hexproof from multicolored. Whenever this card deals combat damage to a player, it deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards, and you gain X life, where X is the number of different color pairs among permanents you control that are exactly 2 colors. So this must be a good one to be. You want all of your things to have 2 colors. I'm gonna leave that one out because I won't want to know, but this one's a red card that I got a foil full color or full island. Oh, so good. Definitely using that in one of my decks soon because it's a beautiful land. Got a lot of cards for decks so far. I'm not even done building my my mono black deck, so I can make some of these work for it. Another escape tunnel. Murder. Hey, a full colored one too, or full card one too, which is nice. Frantic scapegoat. Haste. Managers will suspect it. Whenever one or more other creatures enter the battlefield under your control, if it is suspected, you may suspect one of the other creatures. If you do, this card is no longer suspected. Okay. Another elf. This has got green, blue, and black. So you mill 2 or mill 3 and investigate. Each opponent mills 3 cards, then you may cast a spell from each opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If a spell cast this way would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Another green. There's that card again. Now they're green. I might be making a mono green deck too. Search your library for a creature or a land card and reveal it. Put it into your battlefield tapped if it's a land card. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Then shuffle. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. It deals damage equal to the power to target creature you don't control. Exile a target artifact or enchantment. You can do one of them. I don't know what's underneath this, but it's shiny. Oh, okay. I don't believe I have that, but I saw it earlier. I don't think I had the foil version. I might have. I already forgot what foil versions I have. A little red card that I might have to put in my mono red deck for some card draw, and then island and art card. Got a lot of art cards. I'm getting a lot of blue cards too. Okay, there's another case, but it doesn't tell me how to like solve the case and how to Oh, to solve 3 or more creatures attacked this turn. If unsolved, solved at the end of at your end step. Interesting. Okay. Lead pipe. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature dies, each player loses 1 life. Sacrifice, play 2 and sacrifice this card to draw a card. It's kind of a cool black card right there. Got vigilance. That's nice. Oh, another one. Sorcery. As an additional card, with additional cost to cast this card, you may collect evidence 6. Destroy all creatures. If evidence was collected, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard, then search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the name and exile them. That player shuffles that, then draws a card for each card exiled. That's more of a standard thing than commander. Ooh. Little green get one. It's not an elf. Sadly. Getting a decent amount of just regular full art lands as well, which is nice. Getting a lot of just pure black cards. Flying whenever this kills combat damage to a player, you gain 1 life and surveil 1. And it's got disguise as well. Or green, white, blue. There's a lot of 1 mana like or mono colored cards in these. Deals 3 combat damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. Some more. Whenever an opponent sacrifices an enchant or artifact, that seems very specific. Or land, surveils 1. Shapeshifter detective. Okay, I don't remember if I got this foiled or not, but it's a nice little foil there. I might have. Honestly, I've forgotten what I've gotten foiled at this point. About halfway through. Yeah, there's a lot of monocolored cards in this. Seems like. That's one I already looked at. It's a blue and black right there. Zombie detective. Flying. When you sacrifice a clue, return this from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, that's decent. I don't get these. They don't produce land. Or produce mana. Or is it just... Is that something they're not doing anymore because it's called a swamp and a mountain? I'm very confused by this. I gotta look it up because why would you want a land that's not... That you just surveil one when it comes in, that's it. It's useless otherwise. Maybe there's some mechanic that I'm missing. That's a 10 colorless and a green. Oh my god. It's a legendary creature, so it can be commander too. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the number of toughness of a creature you control. Okay. So you have another creature that's got 10 toughness. And it's a defender, that would go with that other card that I said that had made it so the defenders could attack. And there was another card that I had that made it so that they attack with their toughness. So that would have been good too. I saw this golem earlier. It's not the best, but you do get a colorless. But you have to pay a colorless to get it, so it seems kind of weird to have to do that. Repeat offender. Got that earlier. Thinking cap. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Equipped. Oh, against if you equip it to a detective, it's cheaper to equip. Okay. But it has equip 3 and 3 attached to target creature you control. Equip only as a sorcery though. Is that explaining equipped? I'm confused because I thought, yeah, because attach is different. Attach is at instant speed. Enters the battlefield, suspect up to one other creature you control. When one or more suspected creatures you control attack, surveil one. Or Merfolk. You control 3 or more detectives. Oh, okay. I think I'm getting the clue card now. Aftermath assistant or analyst. That's just one card. I just want to enter. Show and tell. Each player may put an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land card from their hand to the battlefield. That seems like a cool blue card right there. So most of these are repeats. Makeshift binding. When this enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield. You gain 2 life. Some nice cards add to mono white too. A lot of these are mono, so it's actually really nice. Red pipe. It's more black. I'm okay with this. Even if I get duplicates of them, like these are so nice looking. Basic names. I think I still haven't gotten that one vampire that I wanted. So let's see. The vampire cleric. That's a new black only card, I think. 2 colorless and a black. Sacrifice another creature. Draw a card. If the suspected creature was, or if the sacrifice creature was suspected, draw 2 instead. Okay, that's pretty good. Or detectives. Put in one-on-one counters where then count up. Oh, you have to pay it at the X. Counter up. Then counter up to 1 target spell unless you control. The controller pays mana equal to the greater power among creatures you control. Long goodbye. Destroy target creature planeswalker with. I think I put that in the black deck. Black green. Ooh. Maybe I'll make a plant deck that's all green. That looks really nice. I got a swamp too. Oh my gosh. Yes. I like the idea of just putting random lands in my decks now. So I might do that. So there's a swamp that I can use for my black deck and just have like each one's different. I like that idea. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of green, a lot of mono color cards here. Got the code again. Got that earlier. Did not see what the foil was, but okay. Oh, I got a foiled non-full. Okay. Oh, I got this, right? I got this one already. As an additional cost, cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact, or discard a card. I feel like I did. I don't know if it was a foil or not, though. I might have just read it. I need to get more penny sleeves. Or I need to get penny sleeves because I haven't been using penny sleeves. So definitely need to buy those. So I'm not using just regular sleeves for them. A lot of mono stuff. Have I read this one? I don't think I have. Choose one. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. That's a cool card. It's called Flying. Enters the battlefield. You investigate twice and sacrifice an artifact. This card gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Hexproof till end of turn. You can do it multiple times. That was a pretty sick legendary. It's white and blue. I don't know what that card. This deals 3 damage to target creature. If you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, it deals 5 to a creature instead. And I got a regular mountain. Getting a lot of art cards now. Got another one of those. See, I think that's a different construct. Oh, I saw that one earlier. Unauthorized exit. And the satchel enters the battlefield. Investigate twice. Create a 1/1 Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Oh, when you tap it. Oh. This might be good for my Urza. I don't know. Does it have red in it? It doesn't have red in it. That wouldn't be too bad for a blue-red artifact deck, though. Black and white, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land permanent from it. Exile that card. If the card's mana value is 1 or less, create a 1/1 white and black spirit token with flying. That's an enchantment right there. Is that all of the colors? Green, white, blue, black, and red? Yeah, I think that's all of the colors. If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Each non-land permanent you control is all colors. Lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. This would be sick with that other card that I drew, or other card I pulled. Airtight Alibi. Flash enchantment. Enchant creature. When Airtight Alibi enters the battlefield, untap enchanted creature. It gains hexproof until the end of turn. If it's suspected, it's no longer suspected. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't be suspected. That's an interesting green card though. And then a swamp alert. I got some decent cards so far that I'm probably actually going to use. And a lot of decks that I want to build now. I still don't get these. I really hope that these still produce red and white in this case. Otherwise, they kind of seem useless. Undercover crocodile. An elf crocodile detective. That's something I never suspected would be a thing. Red and then a spirit token. Yeah, a lot of mono colors, more of the same stuff too. Makeshift binding. Enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until this has left the battlefield. You gain 2 life. I feel like I read that earlier. Oh, red case. Oh. See, that was in a different spot. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature that dealt combat damage, or a creature that dealt damage this turn. Draw 3 cards. Each opponent loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life. So you can't play this unless you do damage. As a creature did damage. Interesting. Tragic Slip. I feel like I put that in a deck. I think I put that in my black deck. I could be wrong. At least I read it. I remember that. And it's only 1 black, so I feel like I would have put it in there. Hey, Denounce. I got a foil version of that. Chalk outline, that's really cool. Man, I really like these detective like file ones. It's an elf detective. That might be good with that other card that I got. On the job. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until the end of turn and then investigate. Sadly not a full art land foil, but I'm okay with that. I will take the non-foiled versions too. I don't know. I don't think the bundle comes with the foiled full art ones. It's just the regular style. A lot of duplicates, but some of these I might actually use in multiple decks. So defenestrated phantom. Okay. Oh, got another foil non-full art land. I don't know what they call it, just regular basic lands. Yeah, a lot of just mono green or mono colored, but I'm also getting a lot of the same stuff, but that's okay. Wait, that's black. Slice from the shadows. The spell can't be countered. Target creature gets at -X/-X, so that's pretty good. Enters the battlefield. Investigate. When you sacrifice a clue token or a clue, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. I will never use this. I don't like poison counters. I will not use that, but that's cool. Blue-black Drake. I feel like that's going to be that dragon that I got earlier. That's definitely going to be used in that. So that whole deck, I'll have to make a deck around that, and the whole deck has to have even amount of colors. If I understand that right. Return target creature with a mana value 3 or less from a graveyard to the battlefield. Put a flying counter on it. It's a spirit in addition to its other types. That might be good for a white. My white. mono white. Oh, I don't think I read that one before. It enters the battlefield. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice an artifact or a creature. When you do, it says you may, but it says when you do, exile target creature opponent controls. Interesting. Oh, I got a foiled of a side card. That's amazing. So I think this means I have to pay at least 3 colorless. For each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent. Wow. Doppelganger is really good. Cease and desist. Exile. It's black, green, and white. Exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Target player gains 2 life and draws a card. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Ooh. The deceased part of that is kind of dirty. Would be great against my deck. My artifact deck. Alright, we're getting down to... These are most likely the cards that I got, or the deck... Yeah, the card play boosters I got, not as a part of the... pre-release, but they gave me 8 of them. So yeah, this is the first one of the non-pre-release packs. Oh, so they're in a different order. Yeah, they are. So you're supposed to take those and move it back. That's interesting. It's a white-black legendary. Beginning of the end step, investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn. When a clue you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white and black spirit token. With flying, this ability triggers only once per turn. It's got death touch though, that's cool. Sanctuary Wall. I think I just got this for... This is a card that was in the Secret Drop. It's a white. I don't know if it's needed for a deck of my mono white. Okay. Okay. Getting some decent cards here. I think Shock I might actually need for my mono red. I'm gonna have to pull apart all of these and look at all the mono cards. Look at that. And enters the battlefield, target opponent exiles a card from their hand. There's the token, the land, and got reach. It's a 6/7 and it's a red-black or red-green. It's a nice looking. So it looks like it's coming out of a portal or something. It's a Hellion. Interesting. But here's another land foiled. So I wonder why the pre-release were in a different like orientation, or yeah, I wonder why the pre-release ones didn't have the token in the front, and this one's just super hard to open. Why can't I open it? That would be the question. There you go. That was a hard pack to open. So, yeah. For some reason, the pre-release ones weren't that way. So it's gonna be token, land, and then good card, and you put it like that. I wonder why they didn't why they did that differently. Wonder if it's a way for them to know that you get a pre-released or not. Ooh, construct. When it enters the battlefield, return target equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to this guy. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on him. It's pretty nice. An artifact creature. The red one though. Haste attacks each combat if able. I got a whole stack here going now. Oh, a lot of cards. Museum Night Watch is kind of cool. Oh, another. Oh, I guess I kind of did that wrong. That's fine. If I want that to be the last card, I would want to do it differently, but that's fine. I don't really care that much. And I got an island. It is interesting that they changed up the, and now I can't open these because these are like really hard to open, and I don't know why. Can't like get it to open. I don't get how people can open those. Gosh, those are hard. An art card. Just like that. Hey, another one. I kind of hope I get a foil version of him. Oh, it's a candlestick. That's great. Foos and bother. Oh, there's an artifact, magnifying glass. Okay. Oh. Okay, not a foiled one, but let's see what the foil card is. Bite down on crime. On an additional cost, you may collect 6 as evidence. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it wasn't collected, though. Or if it was collected. So that's actually, it's cheaper if you do the collect 6 evidence. Exile cards with total mana value of 6 or greater from the graveyard. Target creature you control gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Okay, so these are, I like the packs more now that I also figure out how to open them, because it does make them more secure, which is nice. Want that. Ill-timed explosion. Oh, that's a 1 white for an artifact food equipment. Equip creature gets +2/+0. Sacrifice it and you gain 3 life. Pay 2 and sacrifice it. When it's put onto the graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 1 and a white. If you do, create 2 1/1 white dog creature tokens. It's got to equip 2. Oh, choose 1 or both. That's a nice card too. Target face down creature face up. Exile a number of face up creatures you control with disguise in the face down pile. Shuffle that pile, then cloak them. Getting some duplicates. It's all good. Okay, now we got to the... These are really slidey for some reason. Art card. I saw that it's the one with the circle, like eyeglass in it. I really hope it's something I don't have yet. It is something I have, but that's okay. Demand answers. Seems like it would be a decent card. You sacrifice an artifact or discard to play it, but You get 2 cards out of it. Okay, apparently my method doesn't work perfectly. There it goes. Still hard to open them. What is... That's not an actual creature card, is it? You can cover up a face down card with this reminder card. A face down creature that was cloaked or cast with disguise has ward 2. Whenever that creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player... Black and red right there. That's probably a good land. See, that one actually says it produces though, but it's also in quotes, so maybe those other ones do produce them still, and they just didn't write it on them. That's gonna be a question for me to look up. Hey, look, there's denounce, but it's the normal art. All right. Some type of red card because I saw that. It's like a token that you can use to remember how things work, I guess. But it's also a 2/2, so I'm confused on that. I guess they become 2/2s when they're disguised. Oh, it's that one again. It's a good thing we're getting close to being done with these packs because I'm running out of sleeves to put these coils in. I guess I'll get some of them back depending on how pricey some of these are. Hey, a Thopter, I need those tokens. Oh, that's a I don't know if I have that one already, but Fernandez Battlefield Investigates. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, that's the poison counter one that I will never use because I don't like poison counters, so I won't put it into a deck. That sucks. Shock. Thopter. Another red. But I get a foil land. Let's see what the red card is. Herald Dronesmith. Human Artificer. At the beginning of a combat on your turn, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. It gains haste until end of turn. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. I'm just gonna get rid of that. 1, 2. Oh, did I do it wrong? Oh, it's like in weird order. Technically, that wouldn't be the last one now. That's interesting. But cease and desist foiled, so that's cool. Well, artifact here, collect 3 evidence. Sacrifice and surveil 3 and then draw 3 cards. Activate only if it has 5 or more unlock counters on it. Oh, you have to get unlock counters on it. Okay. Yeah, this makes me think that those other ones that I was concerned about probably do tap for red and black or whatever colors they are. Some decent white, like detective cards. Target creature gains death touch and lifelink until end of turn, and investigate to make a clue token. Okay, and then Field of Dead. Field of the Dead. It enters tapped, but you get a colorless whenever Field of Dead or another land enters the battlefield under your control. If you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. That's going in my black deck. That's for sure. All right, last one. I'm paranoid and I have to do 3 now. Definitely getting a lot of monocolor stuff, which is cool because I do want to make some monocolored decks. So oh, that's black. Ooh, Hunted Bone Rot. I actually put this in the deck. I think this is one of them I put in the black deck. So expose the culprit. Choose one or both. Target face down creature face up. Exile a number of face up creatures you control. Exile any number of face up creatures you control with disguise in a face down pile. Shuffle the pile and then cloak them. To cloak a card, put it into the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature with ward 2. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. So you get to look at it though. All right. Well, I got a decent amount of stuff that I want to go through and stuff that I actually will use. Decent amount of black, like mono black stuff, as well as non-mono black stuff, like that dragon I want to use. It's like multicolor. To make like that's gonna be an evens deck, probably, and decent amount of foils that I will definitely need to go through. Oh, I have to set the dragon aside, but I'll have to figure out what I want to use for some of these mono white stuff. Maybe I have a mono white deck planned, but maybe I'll make a different one or use them somewhere else. And got denounced that I definitely want to use somewhere if I don't already have a deck that wants it. And some different ones that I definitely want to make through the cards that I did get. So very excited for this. Got a case card. It's actually colorless, so yeah. Very good pulls, I think, in my opinion, and kind of worth it, especially with my local store giving me extra packs. So yeah, very happy to have the turn downs, even though they're not actually D20s, they're turn downs. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do tonight. I will hopefully be back Wednesday. I'm trying to get back onto a stream schedule, but it doesn't always work that way, so hopefully. But I'll see you guys Wednesday or Saturday, most likely too, sometime in there. And got Final Fantasy coming up at the end of the month, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and I want to get through Final Fantasy 14, so definitely need to get on that wagon and start playing through it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next stream. Bye. Oh, wrong button.